Hello and welcome to Seduce Me The Otome, a free visual novel from Seraphim Entertainment. I'm not too familiar with them, but apparently... Okay. Anyway, apparently... well, we shall see. But anyway, yeah, apparently they released this thing for free, and the sequel costs though, so... Will the sequel be worthy of actually paying money? That is the question. So, yeah, what the hell. Tried a few minutes of it just to make sure it was working, and it was working just fine and dandy. I think it uses the RenP engine, just like Everlasting Summer. Pretty nice little engine, actually. Definitely very capable of visual novels and a few other things as well, actually, in particular certain types of turn-based games. So there you go. And what's more, this visual novel has actually got voice acting as well, which is rather surprising for a free one. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing about commentating over it, but we'll see how we go. Let us begin. This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any character resemblances to real-life people are purely coincidental. Also, please know that the following game is made for PG-16 audiences. Please note that sexual violent themes are explored in this game. Trigger warnings, Jesus Christ. Abuse, implied rape, and suicide. You have been warned. Honestly, trigger warnings. God, the person that came up with that freaking term. Anyway, whatever. Please enjoy. I think I will.
My,
Yes.
aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
Yeah, why not? So, let us prepare to be seduced, I guess. Alright, let's see. So, we'll go with... Yeah, oops. Really? I can't... Ugh. Actually, we'll just do Michiru. Why not?
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Eric, do your job.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of
just said
Michaela
that.
Laws and is powered by RenPy Visual Novel Engine.
And look at that.
We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it since you'll be in it.
Eric.
Oh, dear me. Alright.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Somewhere. Over the rainbow. Perhaps. Well, more voice acting. Outstanding.
Come on! Is that all you got?
Wanna try me, asshole? Crap! Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
Respect our authority, maybe. Anyway, call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I'll never forget.
This formula, created
oh,
in the
okay.
70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory.
Limits to growth?
It is used to calculate the price of European-style options
Maybe not.
and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I loved the sound of it. Actually, myself, I don't really like the sound of it. But anyway, the way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers, it was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. Of course, when they're going on with bogus financial horseshit. Really talking about... Well, anyway, okay, that's something else for a different day, but anyway, yes. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Mrs. Phillips' voice wasn't soporific, sorry. Interesting word. But I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. Since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics, And really most of it's based on fantasy anyway. But anyway, sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments as I had to. Which kind of reminds me of myself, actually. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. Well, the old me anyway. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Luckily it was my senior year, so after this semester it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school, it was just kind of mundane, how the days drifted on, as if there were no end to it. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them, but that was kind of it. Indeed. In short, I suppose that for most people it would really be like that, but anyway, in short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of finality to it. I'd already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, if things could change. Oh, they'll change, right. But anyway, I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Mrs. Anderson. Anyway, Mrs. Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Oh, what the hell is up with that chin? Anyway, just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. It probably did, actually. But anyway, yes ma'am.
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be Black-Scholes model
Very
formula.
good as always, Miss Anderson.
Indeed. Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. And it's also very convenient to voice acting as well. But anyway. No doubt, since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic Anderson family toys. Oh, come on. It's an obvious Matrix reference, but alright. And because of the founder was my own grandfather. Oh, that's good. Alrighty. Suzu, one of my best friends. Actually, wait, did I just miss something actually? Yeah. I can't seem to go backwards. Oh, well, fuck it. Actually, wait, or can I? Backspace, snoop. Oh, well. I could swear I could do that some way, but.
Kick ass, girl.
Oops. Okay, then. Well, I guess we'll miss whatever was said there. I don't know, something about Suzu coming in. From beside me, I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious. Okay, that's good. In obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Okay, what the hell did they say before? Now I'm really curious. Let's see, press. Oh, right, that's not really telling me anything. Damn it, I could swear there was a way you could go back. Oh, right, and I can see that left clicking does that. Alright, can we. No, that's right clicking goes back. Aha, here we go. Turn around, trying to get him much. Oh, that's all I missed.
Kick ass, girl.
Alright. Naomi, clean throat. Good job.
Miss Capini.
Alright, there we go.
Oi! Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Who really cares?
Some guys named
But anyway.
Black and Scholes. Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Okay. Susie rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Have I heard that music somewhere? Could be. I don't know, it could be from some library perhaps. Well, there you go. Before I knew it, Susie and Naomi had scooted their desks to a line of mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Sisters doing it for themselves and all that. Anyway, besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmates. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project. We did still have a few... we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier... this is the final year of high school. I don't recall us be working on posters that much back then, but there you go. Making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intensely at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Good question. Debt payments, maybe? Anyway, Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name?
Huh? Did we really skip over that?
Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our project.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it?
Let me guess, we get to choose a name?
Not sure.
Aha, I knew it.
What do you think?
I didn't even say our name. Well, it always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master and ending decision, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporation.
Nah.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
Nah.
What do dragons have to do with our project?
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
But our company sells bubble gum.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubble gum?
What do you think?
Again, missing our name.
Yeah.
Oh
What
well.
do you think?
Okay, both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say, oh, we can't even name it ourselves. Now, let's see. Trinity... Dragon Company's better.
Booyah! Dragon Company it is!
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Lizelle, apparently. What is that? Wait, are those meant to be 2 T's, actually? Huh? Who was that?
You know what? It's just Lisette.
Aha! 2 T's, there you go. I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. Looks like a good old-fashioned showdown, eh? And as a result, everyone in the school knew them, and the centre of it all was Lisette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. So she's obviously the, crap, what was her name? It'll come to me eventually. Well, that was great. Anyway, she had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkwardness, alright, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her... Saki Tenjuan, that's the one I was thinking of. But anyway, bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Just like Saki Tenjuan. Probably no one will get that obscure reference. But anyway, unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued today. Hopefully with catfights or something resulting. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. It's about time. Let's bail.
Wow, that was a very productive lesson. And oh, God, I'll never get tired of seeing that sort of animation. Anyway, unsurprisingly, Susie was the first out of the classroom. Yes, just ice skating away, it seems, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Almost like Brexit, perhaps. Actually, I'd say they were the closest to the exit, but anyway. Alright, I wish I was as fast as her getting out of here, and let's see, I'm guessing this is going to have some effect. I'm pretty sure you can have multiple endings, so let's see. No, I think I'd rather side of her, actually. Naomi folded her arms close to her chest, giving me a disappointed look. Oh, well, too bad.
Oh, not you too. She's turning you into a delinquent.
Oh, nice. Haha, it's a joke, Naomi.
Well, it's not really funny.
And
You
away
go
she
this
goes.
slow. Are you coming or what?
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
Ahaha. I do have to admit I was spacing out, and just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
What parts of those, babe?
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Indeed. Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think that opposites like them wouldn't ever associate with each other, but even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Like the odd couple, I guess. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or personality just didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Oh, I'm sure you can find a fool to buy anything.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
There you go. Haha, you do like spicy food after all. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with the aromas of different kinds of food. As we got in line, we ordered our meals and chatted freely. Very much as bustling as the cafeteria in Everlasting Summer.
Cajun fries and a spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
Indeed.
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
You're crazy!
Indeed. Kind of reminds me of a spice that I tried not so long ago, actually, and I have to admit, it didn't actually smell that bad. But once you started tasting it, it was just ridiculous. Oh well, maybe I should have used it in smaller amounts, but it was just too freaking strong. Oh, but anyway.
Hell yeah, I'm crazy.
It was called Requima or something like that. But anyway,
I think I'm getting a migraine.
I think I'll go with... Okay, so what Naomi's having, Cajun fries... Huh. You know what, actually, let's side completely for the entire story with Suzu. Cajun fries and spicy chicken burger 2. Might as well go spicy today. Once we got our food, we settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside to finally dig into the food. Suzu leaned back in her chair, tilting it back so that she could rest her feet on the table by her food. Very hygienic.
Alright then, is there anything we want to talk about?
Bored already?
I know, let's talk about...
say boys, and I will never speak to you ever again.
Aw, why not?
What's so interesting about talking about guys? Not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde.
Hey!
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Really?
Or girlfriend?
She can be a lesbian if she wants.
True.
That's okay. Susie, I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet. Nothing, no mention about lesbian, obviously.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more of there was no one interesting enough to be in a relationship with in the entire school, eh? Well, there you go. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in the school to go out with. So I'm guessing we're going to get the fantasy mail coming in at some point then. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting me to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafe started up and an announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
It's like totally serious.
Fine. If something happens, just call us.
Funnily enough, something did happen. And it was certainly no laughing matter. Cold, it was really cold. Rain became heavier that afternoon, accompanied by rolling thunder now and then. The skies had turned dark. I couldn't see any of it under the black umbrella. Not that I was looking up. In fact, looking up was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I stared at the grass beneath my feet, unable to look up at the people weeping around me. All I could see was the damp grass underneath my feet. Only the monotone eulogies that floated through my ears reminded me that I was at a funeral. The death of economic credibility, perhaps. Anyway, it was only when the speeches ended that I finally was able to raise my head. A small gathering of people, mostly made of relatives that I didn't even know, were related to me, were huddled around a simple, small grave. Harold and Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Forever in our hearts. Man, looks like the agent's got him. Ah well, for a while, as in the 8 agents from Matrix. But anyway, for a while all I heard was the sound of raindrops and umbrellas. If it weren't raining, everything would probably be in a heavy silence. I looked beside me where my father was standing. I wasn't father, I thought it was. Anyway, where my father was standing and holding up a large black umbrella for our small family of 3. His face was emotionless, a strange sight next to my weeping mother. I wondered what was going through his mind. After all, etched into the smooth grey tombstone before us was his father's name. My grandfather, the one who raised me like his own daughter, had passed away that day. The ceremony was small, only close family were allowed to come. Slowly though, people began to leave, leaving my father, mother and me behind at the grave. A man dressed in a clean black suit under the uniform black umbrella of the funeral attendees walked towards us, introducing himself as grandfather's lawyer. He pulled out a few documents from his suitcase, began to read aloud its contents.
And now, I shall read Harold Anderson's last will and testament.
Apparently his name was just simply lawyer. Anyway, only my parents and I were allowed to be present for my grandfather's will. It was under the strict request of his lawyer, and there was a reason why.
And to my dearest granddaughter, I give my estate. All the furniture and decor that resides within the house shall also be given to my granddaughter.
Ah, but we have to spend the night in the estate, don't we? What? I couldn't believe my ears. I had earned the family estate at 18. That was impossible, and yet it was written by my own grandfather's hand.
He passed the family estate to her?
Why am I not surprised?
Actually, he does look a tiny bit like Keanu Reeves. Tiny bit, maybe. Yeah, well, Mr. Anderson.
Dear.
Well, did he say anything about what will become of the CEO and chairman position of the Anderson Toys Company? No. It is presumed that the vice chairman will succeed the position. Even to the bitter end, he wouldn't give in. What a stubborn old man.
Shaking his head, my father turned to face my mother with a serious expression on his face.
About the estate. Should we send her there to get used to the building? It'll be a good place for her to live after high school.
Are you sure we should?
Why not? This would be a good experience for her.
Honey, what do you think?
Do we get to choose? No, apparently no. I really wasn't sure what to say. Or maybe we do get to choose. Why did my grandfather think that I was the appropriate heir to the mansion? Was I even ready to live on my own?
Well, that seems to be it. We'll be taking our leave now. I'm sure the little heiress needs some time to adjust.
Jesus, Mr. Bitterman there.
David!
Nope, no way. Oh god. Anyway, away he goes. Yes. Even though she raised her voice, my dad wordlessly began walking, if you can call it that, back to the car, disinterested.
Don't mind him, honey. I think that your grandfather's passing really affected him. Why don't we get back home for now?
You can go on ahead to the car, Mum. I think I need some time alone with Grandpa. Oh yeah, this is it. Yes,
Take all the time you need.
Sorry, it's just that ridiculous animation. Anyway. She gave me a quick hug and hurried after my dad. I looked around the funeral grounds, which was completely empty, save for the sullen-looking grave that was laid in front of me. Ah, there we go. I'm sure that if Grandpa were in charge of arranging all this, it would have been much different. It was blatantly obvious that my dad was in charge of the whole event. Who else would bury their own family the same day they pass away? That was pretty fast. And yeah, they'll just talk about that a bit more. So I think we'll just save for the time being. Empty slots. So I just wanted to have a look at it while waiting for a possible opportunity at playing good old Renegade X. But yeah, I think we're off to a rather interesting start. Got a bit of family drama to start things off with. We've got Naomi, Suzu. Yeah, it's got multiple choices, which I'm pretty sure affects the endings that you get. So yeah, overall, not a bad little game. Yes, let's go back to the main menu. Yes, I'm sure. Seduce Me, it should be Seduce Me The Otome. I don't know why they didn't put that in the title screen here, but whatever. There you go, hopefully that's seduced you. I shall see you all next time.